So tell us a little bit more about some of the challenges, some of the costs element, so obviously we said that, calm seas have never produced good sailors. There's always going to be obstacles to navigate. But I also think if you know what to expect in terms of some of those obstacles, I think it's easy to navigate them as well. So I think part of the platform we're creating here is to make women a little bit more savvy as well in terms of knowing how to navigate some of these obstacles, or maybe call them opportunities even, but let's just explore that a little bit.
So in the intricate dance between my professional responsibilities, my role as a mother, as well as a wife, I mean, I strive for balance, but does it really exist? Work-life balance, is it a myth, or is it something that really exists? I'm still in the journey to figure that out for myself. It's very tricky, to be honest, to juggle all of these balls. I'm going to quote my current boss also, because I draw a lot from the leaders in my space. Um, he always talks about the silver ball, he calls it. He says there's a lot of balls, right, that you need to juggle, but there's this one important ball that you need not drop, and that's family. I'm honestly struggling to balance, and my husband will tell you, I literally wait for everybody else to sleep, and I sneak out quietly out of bed, grab my laptop, go downstairs to my office, and I'm on it. I'm honestly going to be vulnerable and say I have not yet figured out the work-life balance phenomenon, but I'm striving to attain it. Right. I think, Mary-Liz, I'm going to reach out for some coaching lessons there. But really, in all honesty, it's really challenging. But I think we always strive really to prioritize and to put family first, and also align and negotiate with family when you can't put them first at some times because of work demands and stuff. So it's really a negotiation. It's a dance, right? You give and take, negotiate your way around it. But in terms of the challenges, though, as I said, challenges make us stronger and better people. Don't suffer alone. I think that's really my advice. Challenges are bound to come. It's just when and in what format and how are they packaged as they are presented to you. Don't suffer in silence. We are here. And I have a network as well that I reach out to when I have challenges that are beyond my control or my scope of knowledge and things that I haven't seen before. I reach out to the people that have walked this journey before me. So I think my plea and my advice and my encouragement to other ladies out there: reach out, do not suffer alone. I think that's really the best advice I could give. That's how I navigate around my challenges. I share them, I draw strength, I draw insights from others. There's a saying in South Africa, umutu kabatu. You are a person because you are who you are because of others. That's what it translates to. So
Okay. Oh, yeah, I love the philosophy. I don't think I pronounced it correctly though. But I'll move on swiftly. It's so beautiful. Yeah, I thought it was, is it Ubuntu, but you've pronounced it so beautiful.
So it's a Zulu phrase. So I'm not Zulu, so the Zulus have to bear with me. But the Sotho version is umutu abatu, meaning you are because of others, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
I am because of you, and we're
I am
all connected.
because of you.
Yes, it's so beautiful. No, I love that, and I think what I would also just add to what you're saying, because I think you're saying it. I just want to kind of zone it in for people a little bit, because I think there's something for me about women who want to be perfect in everything that they do, and I think there's something about progress let's start creating a culture here of progress over perfection, so you don't have to know 100% before you apply for that role. You don't have to have 100% of the skills. If you have 50, 60%, trust in your ability to figure it out, and that you can progress without being perfect, because I honestly think, that's probably one of the biggest barriers for women, is that we wait to put ourselves out there because we think we're not yet there, we're not good enough, we're not perfect yet. And I mean, perfect doesn't even exist. We create this sort of myth of perfection in our minds, so I love that.
Yeah, exactly. I think just to add on that, don't you just love the confidence of our male counterparts? They
Yeah.
go for these roles. They don't care what they have or what the roles want. They go for it, and that confidence is the one that actually puts them in the space. Just to share a story, so I was driving last night after last evening, picking up my daughter from school, going through to the petrol station, and then the gas attendant says to me, "Oh wow, that ring is too small. I can buy a bigger one for you, you know." Maybe you should give me your numbers. So I smiled, and I really didn't have a comeback. I didn't have no words to say to this guy except for smile and laugh. But it just says men are so confident. That man is there putting gas in my petrol, and they feeling, you know what, I can take you on. That level of confidence. I admire that, and I wish as women we can draw from that, and have that level of confidence that we can do all things, right?
and and we absolutely can, but there is a conditioning that happens from a very, very young age, which does mean that we freeze, when you get a compliment like that, which is, there's a comeback that you can make, but it's almost like, because of our conditioning, we do freeze, because it kind of just puts us back into that sort of frame of that good girl.
Mentality.
Which is not helpful at all. But I think we are working to break that. I think we're breaking that stigma. And I, for one, are very passionate about women and helping women really find the power of their feminine voice, and really unbreaking the sort of the freeze, and really being able to deeply say what you desire and what you want, because that's ultimately what it is about, and what you don't want. How easy is it for us to say no?
Exactly. I think we need to be empowered as women, because the good girl mentality doesn't take us far, right? But
Mm.
also in our pursuit to be firm, we don't need to lose our femininity, right? You don't need to act like a man to be heard. You can still retain
Yeah.
your femininity, but still be frank. I think it's important to to
Yeah.
to to, to find a balance, right?
And I think that's so true. And I want to sort of reiterate that, because it's such a powerful thing to say, is embrace your femininity. We don't have to become like men to do the top jobs. What makes you unique and what makes you different is exactly that, is your feminine voice, is you and how you show up differently. We don't want to create more carbon copies of the guys that are currently at the top, so and this is, and it starts with you giving yourself permission, doesn't it?
Of course.
Because this
Self-realization.